follow that match between South Korea and Czech Republic, of course it will be on Radio 5 Live with Chris Morrison and Lee Blakeman from 2:55 in the morning as well. You just can't wait for the second match. So right now, we're going to be turning our attention to the pressure on the Prime Minister, which has
and the torch and the glasses on.
Secretary John Healey suddenly quit government following hours later by the Armed Forces Minister Al Cairns. Both accused Sir Keir Starmer of not sending enough
It's like I've been belted in the eye, man. Can't seem to get any hot water. That's cold, man. But I just had it on down there. We're going to have another fiddle with the boiler. Right. Let's see if we got any hot water out of here. It's got to be cold, isn't it? Right. Where's my torch then? Preferably not a blow torch. We'll have to improvise and use the torch on the phone, which is not going to come on. Perfect. Let's have a torch here and all that. Get some bobs. See if we can fucking read what's on here. Right. Water. That's water, that's off, that's... Aha, now we're in business. Now we're burning up. Yeah. And I guess if you flick that over there, it's radiators and hot water. It didn't burn up for long, did it? See that there is for the radiator. So that there's got to be, it's got to be the water getting hot now, surely. Different than my old boiler. So if that's on that, that's on full. I'd put that number would have gone up or something there. Now what's happened? I know the heating works when it's on that option. You'd have thought them numbers would have been moving like that. Just goes to zero wherever you put it. I'm going to go to max. Restart. Preheat. You wouldn't need preheat on, would you? Does it do anything? Or does it just go back to 0? I've never even known a boiler that you got to preheat. See, that's the central heating as well. That's just the water. That's off. Anybody got any idea? Ignore that, because that's just for the central heating. That's on maximum. 65, but it just goes to 0. You would have hoped that that would have gone up. Fuck knows. I don't want a bath. Let's leave it like that. It's making noises, and I bet there's loads of fucking steam coming out the back, which is one way of seeing if it's doing something. Which it was all coming out of there. Still is, isn't it? That's really but nice bar. But I reckon it's got to be doing something. It's definitely boiling something. That's cold. Hey, there we go. Yeah, getting warm now, but I like red hot baths though, so. Probably going to leave that then for a while. Weird though, how you turn that back, that. It just goes to 0. No, that shouldn't affect none of it. Because that's not actually turned on. Well, it's a lot more confusing than my old fucking heating anyway. At least it works, that's the main thing. I was going to do a bit of washing up. Oh, look, it's poking right out, man. Do a bit of washing up. We're on a bath, I think. I'll get my TV over here, man. Go right in the corner there. My sofa will go there too. Anyway, let's go and have a look at these metal shutters over my windows. Keeping in too much heat, it'll fucking melt my vinyl, so. Yeah, soon I'll get in there with that. But to be honest, if I get in there and all my vinyl's melted, I'll just rip every one of them fucking metal things off, mate. Until someone comes up, and someone turns up and probably arrests me. Who knows? Because I strategically placed all my records in a cool position. Now they've gone and sealed every fucking air hole that can be in there. But again, like I said before, I can get in there without going through a door, without going through the windows. But if it gets to the point where they're just taking the piss, I'll just get me nephew, man. We'll just roll up in his van and just fucking cut the fucking door off. But yeah. Get in there and all my fucking two-tones warped. Big expensive bill, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll get the decks in here, man. What we'll do, might have the decks upstairs in that spare room. What do you reckon? We could either have the decks down here, or, well, I don't know, I might put my telly there. And up here, I've got 2 bedrooms at the minute. Could even set the decks up in here. In here, stand in the front room, eh? Drones charging away. There's some music there. They take ages to charge them ones. Could get some bedding, man. Some indoors.
We'll see how much more pain they are willing to accept. And is it significant that Donald Trump has called off these attacks, these strikes on...
And also, by the windows, I had a lot of my mum's pictures and shit. They best not have fucking done anything to them. I was like, because I tell you what, if they bust in here my mum's records and that, I don't give a fuck about their metal shutters. Fucking crazy. Not that I need to get in that way. If I have to, then I'll get in anyway. I should go and see my next door neighbour. He let me over the fence, and the rest is history. But I'd like to have been there just to see them fucking bullies they send out. He started writing to me, and I rang him up. I said, who are you trying to fucking scare? I said, I ain't some old age pensioner, pal. I said, giving it the big one, you're going to come round and fucking seize this, seize that. I said, you ain't going to seize fuck all. He said, oh, sorry. I said, well, stop sending me moody fucking letters, acting like you're fucking trying to intimidate people. I said, some people it might work with. And I said, I don't give a fuck, mate. To be honest with you, and I don't. Where I come from, the way I've grown up. Fucking crazy. But like any of them companies, Rundles, all sorts of debt companies, they're all bullies, man. I just don't like it because I swear quite a bit, so I don't want them to fuck off. It's the way they phrase their letters. We're going to come the new place. We're going to come round and fucking seize your property. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I said to the guy, I said, we're going to fucking seize then. Crazy. The best one was the other court bloke a couple of years back, come round for a Clarion to serve me with a court thing. He literally, I was doing the front garden, he walked up, he just tossed it in my hand. He went, who are you? And I went, what? And he tossed it in my hand, and I thought, I'll work you out, you cunt. So I chased him right up to his car, he wound down his window, and I fucking stuck it as hard as I could. This bit of paper right through his window. And he called the police. And I said to the policeman, I said, he's just come over to me and threw a bit of paper at me. So I've gone over and threw it right back at him. Actually got stopped last night as well. I got stopped, right? When I go camping, I've got my big blue bag, my big red bag, big sack. About 2 in the morning, I've come out the field and the old, well, do you know who it was? These two coppers have pulled up. Hello mate, what you got in the sack? I said, I'm camping, I'm like camping and that. I said, I've got my drones like in my tent. And he was going right through everything. Then he started looking at me drunk and he said, right, take us to the tent. I said, what, you think I'm bullshitting? So I said, come on then. And I took him to the tent. He started looking at the drones. And then he started asking me questions about what I should have for the drones. So I told him, I said, to be really officer, I ain't got to tell you nothing. But in the end, they just let me on, arrested me and then de-arrested me. If I was going to be a burglar, I wouldn't be running around with a big bright torch, would I? And a massive red sack. But yeah, very inquisitive officers. What's your name? Got any ID? They started questioning me about my drone. Obviously on my drone licence, it's got, I'll show you, on my drone licence, which I don't have to show the police officer, only if he thinks a crime's been committed using that drone. I ain't actually got to tell him nothing, but it's got on it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. Basically, I've got two things. I've got an operator ID and a flyer ID. £5 million liability insurance. He was asking me what that was and what that was. Or maybe he thought I'd nicked the drones and he was trying to catch me up with the questions. I don't know. Fucking mad one. It's mad being over here. I just went for another walk as well. It's quite lively around here, you know. Lots of Asian girls. But I don't know where all the scallywags are. Probably got to venture into Chatham for a few chaps. That's what I'll have to do tomorrow. I can get a bit of smoke. But I'm better off getting. Well, I can get that in Adelaide, but I can get it in Chatham as well. I've got a few things to do in Adelaide. A few things to pick. Even if they've left stuff outside where I left it. Fucking. If they haven't, they've moved it indoors. Well, it's going to kick off, man. Because I don't care how hard they put them tin sheets on, man. They'll rip off easy. Because at the end of the day, one man's put them on the window. Well, if you put one on a window, you can take one off a window. Then you got the traveller geezer next door probably bubble me up. I know the other people won't, the other side, but what would that be? Breaking and entering into a house that you've lived in for 54 years. But I'm trying to do it the right way though at the minute, the correct way. But if it gets to the point where it ain't happening, I'll just go and get it myself. But putting metal shutters up don't stop no one. I've got a brother that installs metal shutters. Not that I'd ask him to take them down, but all you need to get rid of some shutters is just a fucking a cutter yourself, a disc cutter, cut that right out. Plus, they haven't put tin over where I'm going to climb through. Because they probably think that I'm not as acrobatic as them. But yeah, I can get in my house without going in any doors, any windows. Yeah. And I'm going to ring Clarion and tell them what I think of them. Tell them what a bunch of cunts they are. And I'll see you in London when I fly going up. We'll go to London, take the drones up, and we'll just fucking harass them big time, all across their building. Yeah, that's what the plan is. Live for that one. Enough drones and that here now, I can just annoy them all day. You know what they're like, start flying around their building. Oh, you can't do that. Well, you can do that. And I've already looked on the map for Clarion in London, and there's no flight restrictions. There is a couple near here that I've been checking out flying around here, but I've got Rochester Airport I've got to look out for, and a couple of new places. Rochester Airport, eh? Right. Drones, look. Lots of drones. We've got the Mavic Mini. Pretty quick. Plus, with this controller, forget the 120 metre limit. This goes up to 500. Bit naughty, that one. We've got the one and only that I learnt to fly on. Still going strong. We've got the Mini 4K, which is just a fucking wicked thing. But then obviously we're jumping to the new ones now. We're jumping to the... Just open it up and show you. The Lito. This is just unbelievable. Faster, obstacle avoidance, and all that old business. And basically, these Lito drones, this is the Lito 1, you've got the Lito X1 as well. These are basically going to be doing away with all the minis. So what we'll do, I'll show you a Mini up next to that, man. Got like the Mini. It's got nothing on that one. I've got the Lito 1, but I'm looking at the Lito X1, which has got it's got the LiDAR in the front. At the minute, I've got sensors and that on it. But basically, check the size difference out. And there is a big old speed difference. Basically, they brought their new drone out because it's going to do away with... It's going to do away with all the Mini series. All the Minis are now going to be kaput. Check that out, look, size difference. Propeller size difference. Yeah, this goes like a bomb. Apart from my number keeps peeling off because I keep bombing around everywhere. So I can fly my licence and all that. I can fly as many drones as I want. But obviously, you can only have one up at a time. Yeah, I'll show you that one quickly. We'll get it up, shall we? We can get what phone are we on? We're on that one. Forget what phone I'm on. I've got that many phones now. I'll show you that's the new controller. I'll show you that one. We'll get it up in here. Just in this house, flying around. I might even go out for a fly around out there later. Need these out. Yeah, basically we got 4 or 5k range on the Mavic. We got a 10k range on the Mini 4K, and we got a 15k range on the Litos. But I have heard that no, you need a license. And in England, it's different in America. In Britain, anything over 110 grams, which is everything with a camera, you need one. Yeah, I'd be very good drone pilot, especially with what they do. They've got the ability with the FPV drones. I've seen them, the Ukrainians, they're flying them that fast with the goggles on. You've got the rations in the tank, right? And they're flying